Three. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Serna. I'm the director of Breakthrough San Juan Capistrano. This is our second BT Talks. These are conversations with our Breakthrough community. We're so excited to have Amy Fulford here today. She is a college mentor, an advisory board member, and also one of our experts when it comes to some of our writing projects. So really excited to get to talk to Amy today. Amy, so, thanks for being here. The first question is, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a mom right now. Let's see, I'm at home, but I'm a mom. I have two teenage daughters. I have two dogs. Right now, the dogs are kind of a little more high maintenance than my daughters. But my background is my undergrad was in English literature, and then I have a master's degree in library and information science. And so for most of my career, I worked as a we used to call it corporate research, kind of doing research for corporations within the consulting sort of industry.
Awesome.
And so right now what I'm trying to do, I am an aspiring fiction writer, as well as doing some other editing and some things somewhat freelance on the side.
That's pretty awesome. And I'm sure as we talk about your experience as a mentor, I'm sure that writing experience has a huge influence in your work with the program. But I want to know, so what motivated you to want to volunteer with Breakthrough?
Well, my daughters were students at St. Margaret's, and so I began to kind of hear the little whisper network about Breakthrough. And, ultimately at my core, I just always believed that everybody and all kids should have the same access to opportunities and to achieve in their future and reach all their goals. So to me, it seemed like a no-brainer. My first year as a mentor, actually my first 2 years as a mentor, I still had daughters in school, not in college. And so I realize now, having gone through the college process with my older daughter, I think I now actually have a lot more knowledge that I can share. But even in the beginning, my experience has been great with my mentees. We've had some really fun conversations in Starbucks. We've gotten pretty deep into some personal places, but for me, I don't necessarily have a subject specialty, even though writing and literature and love of words is my passion. I think where I can provide the most support is really just to be a sounding board, an advocate, and really their number one fan.
That's awesome. You shared a little bit about your experience so far, but can you share, like, what exactly do you do as a college mentor? Like if you were to meet with your mentee, like what happens? Like what does that year look like? I know it's a lot in that year, but maybe pick a couple things that's really stand out to you.
Well, I really do follow Sam's lead as far as the assignments that she gives the mentors. And what I would say to anybody who's interested in mentoring is that it is not all on your shoulders. Breakthrough, you and Sam do a great job of outlining the year and assigning the students. And the students, being such active members of Breakthrough, are very on top of and they know what they're responsible for. So what basically I'll do when I meet with a mentee is we'll kind of go over what's going on that month, what the assignments are, and really where they are with it, and the reality on the ground of, have you done any of it? Where should we start? What can you tell me? So what I find is that I like to get to know the girls. So far, they've been girls, and kind of give them ideas about their strengths and what makes them special and unique, mainly for their essays, because I think that's where I can provide a little more value add. And I think just like any kids, well, and especially Breakthrough kids, I think people don't realize how special and unique their experiences are. And how valuable they are. So things that people might think are very small and not not interesting or not unique. I try to tease a little bit out of them. And I think this also helps us create a better rapport. So we'll just kind of go over what needs to be done. You know, I applied gentle pressure. What I was always told and in the mentor trainings is that, you know, as a mentor, you are never, you would never get upset with your mentee. You just are encouraging them all the time. So I think that's what I see my job as.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I know our students really value that that support, especially with in the midst of just life and high school and senior year. So my last question is, what is something you would tell to anyone wanting to volunteer with Breakthrough? Because you're also an advisory board member, and there's countless other things that you're involved with the program. But what is something you would tell to anyone who wants to volunteer?
Well, I would say to just do it. A couple different ways of looking at it. Sometimes people, I feel, don't volunteer because they don't feel like they have anything to add, or that it's not big enough, or they want to make, more systemic changes. And I think what I know for myself and what I believe to be true is it's the little things that we do that have impact. So don't wait for, the big earth-shattering thing you think is coming along. Every little bit that you can do, anything you can do to influence one person, I think is really valuable. And just know that it's not really a big time commitment. If that's what anyone's scared of, it's really as much or as little as you want. And with technology, obviously there's so much we can do, and especially during COVID, there's so much that we are all doing just online anyway. So the time to me is a no-brainer. It's not much. It's just giving a little bit of yourself and realizing that you have a lot to offer, even if you haven't sent kids to college, or you're actually not an educator. I am not an educator, but I am good at being a number one fan. So I think if you can bring that, then you'll be a good mentor.
Awesome. Well said. Amy, thank you so much for your time today and your commitment to the program and your experiences and all that you do. We really appreciated having you on today for our second episode. So this concludes our BT Talks. Stay tuned for future episodes.